After all of the excitement and all of the shouting, the voice gone and everything, get a chance to sit down and really reflect on the game. Yeah, I'm here to tell you. It feels good to wake up today and just realize, hey, I'm an Arsenal fan, you know. You know what I mean? I mean, like, we have the up, we have our down, we have the good, we're bad, we have the ugly, with the pretty. We get everything with Arsenal. You know? Everything that is anything you ever get with this club. Yesterday was a lovely day. Yesterday was a day of celebration, rejoicing. You know what I mean? We went to Newcastle and we came back with 3 points. It wasn't easy. Everybody know Newcastle. Newcastle is not an easy place to go and win a game. You know what I mean? Last season Newcastle beat us 3 times out of 4. You know what I mean? Home and away in the Carabao Cup. You know what I mean? And they beat us in the league. You know what I mean? It was a horrible season for us last season with Newcastle. You know what I mean? We couldn't catch a break with them. But this game, you could see that the team was up for it. The team was really, really up for it. I mean, like, we started out like, let's start with even the starting 11. You know what I mean? I appreciate Arteta shifting away from his defensive-minded condition. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if it's a symptom that or something, but something that going on with him on a defensive-minded situation that we have. So it look like him take a pill for the symptom, you know what I mean, and it ain't bother him. That must be a symptom. Oh, you're going to have so much attacking player. When I say attacking player, I mean attacking player. You're going to have so much attacking player, so much creativity on the bench or in the squad and go defensive-minded. You know what I mean? So it must be a symptom. Something must have gone. But I'm glad him take something feet. Him take something feet. You know what I mean? And him make a change. You know what I mean? Him start Eze in the 10. You know what I mean? And even though captain was okay and fit, you know what I mean? Him keep him on the bench. And Arsenal fans been wanting to see Eze from the start in a position where it makes sense. Or that him can play to fit him strength. You know what I mean? And that 10 yesterday was one in position. Ask me if that's my favorite position for Eze. No. My favorite position for Eze is that number 8. Why is that my favorite position? My favorite position for Eze is that number 8 because Eze is an awesome player. But as good as Eze is, I don't think he's as creative as Martin Odegaard. He has a lot of different qualities that we really do need. You know what I mean? But the creativity that Martin Odegaard have, you know what I mean? They look at tangibleness there. You know, for instance, look at the pass that him put in or him put through for Miles Lewis Kelly. That was something special, right? That's what I'm talking about. Them kind of something there, Martin Odegaard. So what I want to see Martin Odegaard and Eze play together. You understand me? I want to see them play together. I want to use one holding midfielder. Whether it be Declan Rice, according to the game that we're playing, or Martin Zubimendi. One holding midfielder at times, not all the times, but sometimes. One holding midfielder, and I need Eze as a number 8. And I need Martin Odegaard as that number 10. So we have 2 different creative power right there. Everybody know. We see it. Eze can pick you out with a pass over the top out of nothing. Time and time we see that with him. Martin Odegaard can slip you through with a pass out of nothing. So you see the difference in the 2 of them? So why can't we use the 2 of them on the field to get what we need to get? Alright, cool. I'm going to have to big up Victor Gyokeres. I'm not going to lie to you. Victor Gyokeres has his best game in an Arsenal shirt so far. Yesterday was that day. The game that we played against Newcastle was that day. Right? He played fantastic. I don't think we still see him at his best because if that was his best, then he's still not there. You know what I mean? And he played a better game yesterday than the previous games that he played. Why? Because he had a different creative player behind him. You know what I mean? He didn't have 3 defensive midfield. And he had someone different from Martin Odegaard that see a different version of the game. Not just a version where I find Saka. Right? It was a different version of the game. Victor Gyokeres played some good football yesterday. He was making runs. He won us a penalty that he was cheated out of. You know what I mean? I don't understand this penalty situation. How is it going to tell me it's not a penalty because he touched the ball? So a player can touch the ball and still kick down the opponent and get away with it because he touched the ball? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. You touch the ball, yes, but you still foul the player. A foul is a foul. You know what I mean? Look how much time you see them get tackled in a big line field. The man touched the ball, but him follow through was dangerous or this and that. I want to blow a foul feet. What the difference? It's a penalty. You know what I mean? Him barely touched the ball, but him follow through foul the player. Him foul Victor. You understand what I say? So that is that. You know what I mean? There's no going around the whole situation of, you know what I mean? And then how was it overturned? You know what I mean? If it's not a clear and obvious error. You know what I mean? Why you have to take so long to decide if it's a foul? It's a foul. You understand? It's a foul. You have to sit down in front of the monitor and take so long. And this is one of the things I always want to say. Why is it that the referees can maintain or keep the calling what they make on the field when VAR send them to the monitor? Every single time you see VAR send a referee to the monitor, that previous call when they make a change. Every time. I've never seen it done different before. Every time VAR say go take a look at the monitor, if it was a penalty, when you come back, it's going to be a no penalty. If it wasn't a penalty, when you come back, it's going to issue a penalty. It's like, why we have the referee then if they can't make a decision by themselves? If they can't overturn and stick to a decision with them, make and say, oh, look, I believe it's a penalty because of this, so a penalty. These are what I'm talking about. Anyway, moving on. You know what I mean? Victor Gyokeres had an awesome game yesterday. You know what I mean? We need to see more of that from him. You know what I mean? That's what we buy him for. We buy him for score goals. You know what I mean? We buy him to make those runs, those plays that he was making. His all-up play was awesome. You know what I mean? Timber. Hey, there's not much to say about Timber. Timber is Timber. You know what I mean? Rock solid. You know what I mean? My heart goes out to Mascara because he made an error. You know what I mean? I think the game was a little bit bigger than him yesterday. You know what I mean? Not that he couldn't manage it, you know what I mean? But yesterday was an off day for him. So I think it was the right decision to take off Mascara and bring in the Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? Because in a game like that, you needed that duo partnership. You know what I mean? You needed Gabriel to be roaming as free as he wanted and knowing that Saliba is around there and he don't really have to worry. Because everybody know those two understand each other. You know what I mean? That partnership was rocking. You know what I mean? So it was a good look. The highlight of the game for me was when Martin Odegaard came on the field. And when Martin Odegaard came on the field, as I mentioned earlier on in the chat, in the post, that I want to see Eze in the 8 and Odegaard in the 10, which was exactly what happened. And the game was devastating for the opponent. It was devastating for the opponent with Eze in the 8 and Odegaard in the 10. That's what I think is our lineup going forward. Eze and Odegaard together. You know what I mean? Saka is still getting up to match fitness, so I understand that he had to come off, you know, and all of that. You know what I mean? Trossard had a good run out. You know, he didn't play fantastic. I think Trossard is a finisher. He finished the game better than he started it. You know, yeah, he finished the game better than he started it. Yeah, that's why I always say Trossard is an impact player. And I would keep him like that. You know? But all in all yesterday, I think this is the best performance we've seen from an Arsenal team so far. I'm honestly thinking this is the best performance we've seen from an Arsenal team so far. And I think there's way more better performance to come. I promise you. You know what I mean? So we're looking forward to it. I mean, like, I enjoyed yesterday. I'm still enjoying yesterday. I'm still going to enjoy yesterday later on. I'm still going to enjoy that win. What can I say? You know what I mean? Now I'm looking forward to Olympiacos. I'm excited about seeing that lineup. I'm excited about seeing what he's going to push out. You know what I mean? Because guess what? We're at home. And we normally take off the handbrake when we're at home completely. You know what I mean? It was fun to see him take off the handbrake yesterday. And we wasn't at home. You know what I mean? That was fun to see. You know? So I'm looking forward to Wednesday because I know it's going to be a cracker. Cracker. Come on, you Gunners. Yes, I.